Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. This is going to be a haul video, and I can almost predict that this will not be the most exciting haul video you have ever watched. Good. Oh, that's a great marketing line, Hazel. Jeez. Honestly. But I believe in calling a spade a spade. So this haul will be, I hope, relatively quick because, I mean, you've all seen envelopes before, right? It's basically a haul video that shows some of the nitty-gritty basic office supplies, journal making supplies, paper that we all glom onto and need in the everyday work that we do. Some of it is plain old envelopes. Well, these happen to be the same size. A variety of sizes and colors that we use either to make journal covers or ship product. Let me take this out of the way right now. You've seen envelopes before. I should say that I think that this video will hopefully be of more use to people who are maybe just getting into the whole journal making, paper crafting world and are either maybe don't have a considerable stash of basics and are wondering what they should keep an eye out for when they go thrifting. Now, this is obviously a piece of, it's hard to say. I think it's canvas paper, I guess. Looks like SJC did this in '97, and I just got all the sticky tack off the corners. I go for things like this whenever I see them, and if the price is right, because they make excellent journal covers. Now, this would of course have to be trimmed down, and it could be further, and it would be further embellished. But let's face it, this is a great piece of something to begin with. So the possibilities are quite endless, depending how how a person, which you choose to be your front cover. There's some texture with the acrylic paint, and of course you just keep layering. So there's that. I have another one. Where did I put it? Just had it here. Well, when I encounter it, I guess we'll see it. Another thing that I grab when I see them, and I think, as far as I'm concerned, the rectangular doilies are a bit more of a score, simply because, they fold better if you use them as a signature page. So I don't know how many are in this second package. Probably not that many. This was grouped together. I did not pay $1. It was one of those. Anyway, you've seen doilies before, so I'm not going to elaborate, other than to say a variety of sizes, and I think rectangular ones are something to keep an eye peeled for. Oh, here's the other canvas. Sticky tack, same person, so he must have liked purple. Obviously, maybe a student or something who couldn't afford framing and just stuck these splashes of color on the wall. Let me just quickly get rid of this. Again, same, I should have pulled out a ruler. Same sort of scenario. This is even more dramatic, and of course, for someone who loves purple, let me see, this is 16 by So certainly enough to do a journal cover and turn back some pockets. Oh, that seems to want to crack there. But again, great base. You know, a person could also cut it down and use it for mini covers. Okay, I'm just going to pull stuff. I have 2 bags on the go here, and I truly want to get some of this stuff put away. So it's going to be random and hopefully quick. This is something from back in the day when printers, well, I don't know what kind of an office this would have been used in, but it's got the holes on the side for feeding, for the machine to, for the printer to pull the pages through. They're all connected, and they are, what is this ripped thing here? Whoopsie. Sorry, I'm just, okay, let me just give you an idea of size. 15 by, maybe I could get these. I don't need this on here today. I mean, for this. 15 by 11. So that, and this is, it's about 1.5 inches thick. So obviously paper. This is, oddball holes in them. So this came from, if I remember correctly, this came from some sort of like a reuse center. I don't know why there are holes in one corner of some of these papers, but it doesn't matter because you either hang something from it or... Now, in places like the reuse centers, they're very kind of loosely sorted typically, and it's a mixed bag. And quite often you're just paying by the pound, or depending on, I guess, how badly they were trying to keep stuff out of the landfill, you are perhaps even getting them free. So this is what I would call manila tag. So it's essentially cardstock, and it looks like it's 11 by 14 in size. So that's always good. This is an old record book. I don't know what happened here, but anyway, you can imagine the feel of this paper. Somebody ripped out a page there. Richardson and Bishop Limited, Winnipeg. I think this cost 45 cents. So anyway, just nice, long, 13.5 inch tall by 8 inches wide. So again, paper like that is fun to use when dyeing papers, because it gives you some options in terms of how you might want to fold things up. So for instance, just to go back to this. Now, if you wanted to keep the lines horizontal, okay, this is just stapled together. So assuming I took out the staples, and again, you know, sorry if this is something you've heard and done 100 times, but if you're a beginner, sometimes going back to these basics is helpful. So I would remove the staples, which are nice and rusty, and probably tear these things in half, tear or cut these pages in half the long way. And that way you get essentially 2 signatures out of each piece of paper. The lines stay horizontal so you can still use them as intended. They're wider than normal. However, you know, that's when you could turn the side in to make a fold out or whatever you choose. Okay, more. Well, this is heavier than not quite cardstock, I would say, but it's kind of a cool color. These are some random pieces of what? I would avoid, if I were you, I would avoid construction paper. You know, the kind of stuff that we used in school for art or whatever. This is some sort of a business form, and it's a whole pad. It doesn't really matter what it says or where. It looks like it's from Montreal. But again, if we love paper, if we love collage fodder, this is like a gold. Gold, gold, gold. There's gold in them there thrift shops. Oh, here is, oh, this is a beautiful bag. I forgot about this. So there's a scarf and a top, and what the heck is this? Oh, a pair of shoes. Pair of shoes, perfume, necklace, little clutch. Great colors, by the way. And on this side, oh, this is the man's side, I think. Yeah, some brogues, cologne, I don't know what that is, sunglasses, wallet, gloves, and a V-neck sweater. So again, bags are great. This, oh, look at the fancy gusset on that. Bags are great because they tend to be a heavier weight paper. You can, of course, like, I mean, this is huge enough. Whoops. This bag is 16 inches wide, so there is and obviously, well, it's not quite folded in half, but 10. So there's enough here height-wise to do 2 journals, and of course, enough width-wise to do 4 journals. Love this side especially, I think, because of probably the pink and brown. But yes, maybe one of these days I need to actually do a video on that to help newcomers figure out basically how to tackle it. What is this? Oh, this is embossed. Of course, you can't see it. It's white on white. Oh, it's wrapping paper because it's got, I guess, wedding paper because it's got bells. I'll add that to my wrapping paper section. More odds and ends. Oh, I think I know what this is. Paper stencils. Now, of course, I think these were the first stencils that came out back in the day. And they're lovely because, is there a date on here perchance? Oh, 65. So look, this has been so used, it practically feels like fabric. It's been, so these have obviously clearly seen better days, but aren't they great? And I will do a video showing some ideas for these. So this was all in one pouch. This is something, this is a little heavier, not as beat up. And yeah, so we'll do something with these. So stay tuned. I better put this with my video ideas stuff, which incidentally is bulging. What is this down at the bottom here? Oh, because I don't generate enough scraps of my own, I have to get them elsewhere. So things like this I would put in the drawer where I have strips. This will go into, these kinds of bigger ones will go into those mesh pouches. I think I have them listed on my Amazon products at the in the description box. Incidentally, I do hope that you at least occasionally use one of my links to get to Amazon, simply because even if you don't buy that particular item, the very fact that you went to Amazon by starting out at my, with one of my links, means that I would get credit for that visit or that sale. You, of course, pay nothing more. Oh, I must have grabbed this stuff to put in my black and white journal tote. Now, I don't really like this design. However, I would rip it up and use it probably on a master board or something to that effect, or certainly cover most of it up. So, for instance, you know, maybe if that becomes a signature. Oh, that's so hard on the eyes. Did you know that people who read the news aren't allowed to wear certain patterns because of what those designs do to our eyes and how the camera picks them up? So obviously this orangey thing is the wrong size, but you can see that that would really tone down that pattern, add some interest. It would serve the purpose of, you know, page, you know, it would serve the purpose of, it would save you the effort of doing something like stenciling on the back of the page. This feels awesome. I don't know what kind of paper that is. It's got like a fibrous look to it. This is just tissue. I'll add this to my tissue area. Somebody was practicing typing. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So I will put this kind of with specialty paper. Honestly, I don't know what that is. Not onion skin, I would say, but something. This is just random paper. Oh, somebody did a bit of a drawing. The west wall, 2x3 studs. North wall, plasterboard. Oh, this is part of somebody's resume. It might as well be written in Greek. It's talking about biochemical technology, lipid modulation of the plasma membrane, enzyme, whatever, sensitive, like, okay. This is newsprint. Oh, this is more of that nice stuff. Oh, all of this is that nice stuff, just kind of discolored. University of Manitoba exam booklet. So what is this? Looks like there are a couple of these. Put this random page. So when I thrift something and I end up with weirdo stuff like this, it's hardly worth my effort to try to find a place to put these things. So I just add it to my list of things to dye. But let's see, this is more interesting. Okay, so moisten the entire edge of the flap well and allow 2 to 3 seconds before sealing. Oh, okay, student number. Name, exam center, seat number. So it tells you how to fold it. What were they? Oh, it's all plain inside. I thought it might have been multiple choice. Our favorite when we had no inkling about the subject matter. So this would be the same, I'm sure. Yes, it is. This looks old. Well, it's obviously from the 19-somethings. But anyway, interesting. more envelopes. I haven't really done anything with these inter-office type envelopes, but you can see that this was one of those places where you could just kind of, oh, look at this one. Fancy, very fancy. Where you could, you know, just grab kind of the envelope that you need, or in my case, the many envelopes that I need. I don't need envelopes. And you can see a variety of sizes. Some of them have, or at least this one. Oh, that's the inter-office one that has the string closure. This one has the little metal clasp. So I do have quite an extensive collection of envelopes and variety of sizes and colors. First blue one though. And I did one day go through them and kind of get them organized so that it's not such an adventure to try to, oh, here are more, to try to, look at that giant one. This is a different type of inter-office. Oh, University of Alberta. Did this other one say where it was from? Doesn't, it's just a generic one. So yes, now that I've shown you this stuff, I will do a better job of sorting them and putting them someplace so that when I actually need a particular size, I can find it. Oh, more of this lovely stuff. This is this a dual tank or a folder? Yes, it is. That's a pretty color. I'll put that with my peacock stuff. Oh, what is this? That's got a little bit of a fleck, a sparkle to it. This is like linen-y, marbly, and some pieces of cardstock in colors that I love. And of course, now the sparkle got on everything. Okay, let's keep going. Graph paper is also a great thing that oh, what was that? It just shattered. Is it the, oh, look at how old this is. It's just crumbling. Let me get rid of it. It's like it was snowing here a minute ago. Look at this. Where is my garbage can? So I would save this. And obviously the grid paper itself. Okay, I'm not going to do that. This has to be ancient, number one, by the price and the fact that it is disintegrating in front of me. So we won't touch any more of those. However, now I have all these little flakes here. Okay, I'll do that on my own. I also always reach for, you know, these bookkeeping type ledgery things. Again, not because it's vintage, or in this case, this is not vintage, but it is, see, even this could be used if you had the means for storing it. You know, it could add interest to a masterboard. Again, typically I take these books apart and just dye them with either coffee or whatever else, whatever other mixture I'm using. So let's move this out of the way. I'm almost done with this one bag. Okay, these things are small now. Let's lift this up. I also always pick up, oh, I've never seen this color before. These index dividers. Doesn't look like the whole alphabet is here, but that's okay. See, if I would have known this sooner, actually, maybe it's not too late. This could also be used as a writing board because there is some rigidity to it, as a writing board in my blush colored journals. So I'll have to, let me put that aside over here. That's in your face, isn't it? These are a more neutral color, and obviously somebody's kind of, you know, written on the tabs, but again, we have means of covering that. So these things are a good thing to have. Now this particular size is 8 by, well, including the tab, 5 1/4. So these could even be punched and, you know, be a part or be the pages in a ring-bound journal if you wanted something with a little more stability and heft. Oh, and see what I mean? Different sizes, different colors. Oh, these came out of a recipe box because they're talking about soups and soaps. What the heck, soaps? Oh, well, pharmacy. So what is this about? So this is food stuff, but who know? Well, I don't know. I don't understand this. Is this for filing receipts or something? These have the little plasticky tab on them. This is alphabetical, but of course half the alphabet is missing. But again, this is for the regular sized index cards. What do we have here? Oh my goodness. These are labels for old floppy disks. But are they not great? Because, of course, it would be adhesive. And they could just be added to the back of something as a journaling spot. Okay, what is this? Read only, write date. So, you know, that would have been, like, if you really knew what you were doing with your floppy disk. Isn't it interesting how, with time, you know, products are developed, and we buy them, and we use them, and then the technology becomes obsolete, and we chuck them out or we repurpose them, and then we do it all over again with whatever the latest, greatest thing is. But I'm definitely going to keep these with my backing, you know, where I keep my stuff, my papers for backing things, because that could be the perfect size on, you know, a smaller card. Oh, more index cards. And if you've seen index cards, oh, this is probably, I don't know what that's from, a different sort of. So, again, a whole oodle of these. I might have to do a little journal with, okay, what is this? So these are the same. Oh, these are the boards, the little cardboards that are used for, typically for, oh, you know, bias tape and stuff like that. I'll show you that in a second. And, oh, one bag is empty. Whoops, not quite. Little spools. and a paper clip. Okay, throw that bag aside. So this is some sort of a storage box. Can I read what that says? Ferrero. Oh, it's from chocolates. Okay, so does the hinge oh, and none of the pieces are actually broken. Well, that's a bonus. So now these were in there. Pretty good fit. You know, I still see, I don't know if you guys do, but I still see all those flakes from that ancient packaging. So this sort of thing with the hole in the bottom would have probably been in a, oh, just started raining. These, well, I mean, it has those interesting numbers, and they do sort of look like, some of them look like book titles. Periodicals. Anyway, so that is a bonus there. I don't know what the heck they used here as a closure, but we'll put that back. Oh no, it doesn't close. Well, yes, it does. Poorly, but it closes. I did a video not so long ago on using these labels, and of course we can save this packaging. Again, do we have a date? No, we don't, but there's a built-in window there. If you wanted to use this as a journal cover, now mind you, with this, that sticker probably won't come off, or not well anyway. So again, I usually reach for labels when I find them and if they are good price. These almost look like they're a bit discolored, so that makes me think they've been around a while. But again, no date that I can pick up on. So I'll put the boxes with where I keep boxes that are potentially going to turn into journal covers. And maybe it's time just to shake things up a bit and do a little mini journal, something we can start and finish quickly. Okay, so not much more. I hope that you have hung in there this long. Whoa. Now, I did pay $2 for this, which seems kind of criminal when you think about it. It's only 50 sheets, but it is cute because it says, "We love books." And, of course, it's got this, you know, the books and the globe and so on down at the bottom of the page. Now, because this is 8.5 by 11 stationery, oh, I suppose a person could cut it in half and end up with 2 small-sized pages, or fold it lengthwise and get a, like for a tall skinny. Oh, and there is a very fine vertical line on the paper. So, I mean, it's pretty paper, but, and I know $2 is a good deal, but when you're kind of used to or hoping for free, sometimes $2 seems like, oh my goodness, it's criminal. Oh, cute little box. And this says family record. Obviously machine stitched signature. Well, not signature. I guess the whole book was just stitched. So it says name, how related, birthplace, date of birth, deceased, name of spouse. And then this is awesome. Mother's parents. Mother, father, father's maternal grandparents. Honestly, maybe this is one of these things that I should try to fill out. Because obviously, the later in life one starts this, the more likely it is that that early information is gone and irretrievable, because if you're old, then that means your parents are gone, and certainly your grandparents are well gone. I paid $3 for this, which again seems like a fair bit. It is parchment paper, 100 sheets, 11 by 14. Now, I wonder if I'm just thinking out loud here. I have the Epson, and this too is listed on my Amazon. I have the Epson ET5850, which is the dual tray borderless printing eco tank from Epson. Now, because of where my printer sits, I have never, for any kind of paper on any printer, ever used the back paper feed. Now, no, it can't accommodate that. I'm sure it can't, because as I'm looking at it, the tray that the printed thing would come out on cannot accommodate anything this big. But, yeah, so I have no idea. Now, it says for pencil, pen, markers, charcoal, pastel. So, and it's Beyond Fang, which is a good brand. Commercial art papers. So maybe I need to use this more in an art journal than hoping to make it go through a printer, because I do have parchment paper that is, I think, 8.5 by 11. I just need to figure out where I put it. Okay, that just flipped open. Okay, what have we here? Gartner photo cards. So this box is obviously half empty or half full, depending on your perspective. Let's get rid of it. I do like to sometimes keep these shallow boxes because they're great separators in drawers and so on if you want to try to corral some of your supplies. So a number of envelopes. But the real attraction here, and the reason I picked this up, was these cards. Because, okay, what does it say? Oh, Gartner. It's got the little built-in window. So, let's just grab something handy. Oh, see, that could even put in one of those little tags in there. Oh, this was probably, look at this little happy family that was probably here as a demo. So, of course, it could be this way, or it could, or maybe they're all landscape. Anyway, we'll leave the family in there for the time being. But, yeah, and if, you know, actually, these might even be great for this polka dot one. Hey, it's got the green border. I could probably put that in the baby book that I'm still working on. Let's add this to the baby book pile. Okay, so I thought those were cool. Almost done, guys. And more paper. Black cardstock. Now, of course, you'll see this long after I've met up with her, but I am meeting up with Thelma. She's coming to Alberta for a wedding. We're meeting for breakfast. And I'm giving her some black cardstock because she loves to mat everything. If you stood still for too long, I'm sure she'd probably put a mat around you too. So, black, some purple. Oh, this is like pearlized. I'll have to give her some of this too. Although, has she ever used a light color? Not sure about that, but I'm sure she could make it work. So yeah, so that's pearlized. This is just regular. Again, this is like a Siamese twin of a video. Thrifting and organizing, because I am taking some time to do this because you know, it's like one of that god-awful IKEA commercial that I hate. Start the car. But sometimes that's how it feels. So this is all pearlized here at the bottom. So let's put the purple in between as a separator. Yeah, sometimes you just see this stuff, you grab it, you throw it in your cart, and then it's not till you're doing a video to show your subscribers that you realize what it is that you actually got. More cardstock. More cardstock. Maybe I'm going to have to start matting everything that's standing still. Another little okay. So this would have been the brand Scrapbook Sally. So, you know, it's old. Black linen, white, charcoal, ivory, black, and cream fleck. Okay, kids, another bag is empty. I just have to show you two more things. Oh, did I not put... What the heck? Sorry, believe it or not, I'm a wee bit confused. I thought that I also scored a tin of Derwent, I think it was Derwent, watercolor pencils. I thought it was in this same bag, but apparently not. Okay, so paid, I don't know where this came from, but I paid $1. No, I didn't. This was that great place that I went to. So this was, this is a guest book. Now, as usual, and I don't know, we've made parties in the past where you wanted a guest book. So you go out and you buy a guest book, you pay $25 for it, and you use the first 2 or 3 pages. So this could obviously easily be covered, but otherwise the book is absolutely perfecto. And it has sewn in signatures, so I can remove them. And of course, this very plush looking cover. Does it say what this cost? Brand name is what? Winnable.com, whatever that is. And this is polyurethane foam. Don't you love when stickers come off so easily? Anyway, and then here is an Ideals. You can just tell that cover looks ancient. 1967. So, of course, nobody needs, or most people don't need to be sold on the virtues of an Ideals magazine. If you are brand new and have found your way here and don't know what an Ideals magazine is, sorry, I'm just struggling here with something on the side. I don't know how long they were published, but they are a combination of artwork, verses, poetry, stories, photography, illustrations. Quite often they're like this, monochrome. This one, oh, this is family issue. So quite often well, I think always they were themes. So Mother's Day, Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, that sort of thing. So then in that case, the entire book would be, look how cool that is. The entire book would obviously build on that particular theme. Now this one seems to be a bit more, and there are definitely scriptural or religious references for people who want to use those in their work. A lot of old-timey illustrations. Look at that. Nothing like a good old game of croquet. It just kills me when I see these girls playing in dresses and, tights and a boy in a tie. Okay, oh, strawberries. That's definitely not the look that you would see today if by chance kids put down their phones and picked up a set of croquet. What do you call those things? Mallets and balls? Anyway, honestly, it just annoys me. What did I do with that tin off? Well, I guess you know what pencils look like. So I'll spare you looking for that. But yeah, it was a nice tin. Probably a 24 pack of pencils. Some of them obviously were used more than others. Sorry, I just wandered away from my desk thinking I could, and I was sure I felt them rattle or heard them rattling. Anyway, it's another one of those mysteries here at the Anaka studio. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this has been a bit encouraging and instructional. Faber-Castell 36. I had them grouped in with a bag of books that I still have to videotape. So of course the tin, so yeah, you can see this, a bunch are missing. This is something different. So, but still there's a lot of use left here. Of course, Faber-Castell is another great brand. So I will be adding these to my, typically I just have open containers, so decorative vases, boxes, something that allows a person to see things and grab them easily, because again, that is the name of the game. This is something different, some other brand, and a lot thicker. So anyway, I'm going to end there. As I was saying, I hope that this has been instructive to people who are just starting out on their thrifting journey and are maybe still in the process of building their stash. I think that in all things, it is important also to keep to keep a sense of perspective and some balance in mind. Now, I guess maybe I'm a poor one to be talking about balance when I've just showed you all this, all this stuff. But the reality is that a lot of the things that you need and that would enhance your work are readily available, either for free or very little money. And don't feel that you need to rush out and buy new things, because with patience and perseverance and actually looking, you will find them. And I guess the other thing is that sometimes, if you believe, as I do, that if we let the universe know what we need or want, that it will tend to manifest. It may not happen just like that, but it can happen. It does happen. Maybe when we least expect it. And trust me, if you're anything like most of us, you've got so much material, so many ideas to keep you occupied until the day that it does come into your life. So with that, I will leave you and see you in the next one. Bye.